Okay, so we got a brand new mom in the barn. This is Brownie. She's a first calf heifer. And she just had a little bull calf before chores. And unfortunately, like most heifers, she really didn't want anything to do with it. But we're in luck because we have Jetta. We put the bull calf in front of Jetta. She cleaned him up during chores, and now he's right here. He's standing up pretty good already. Right?
Yeah. Some medicine.
He got his colostrum already, and Jetta did a pretty good job on him. He's drying up pretty fast now.
Not wet.
Now my attention is on April, because I do think that she might be in labor. Now, she's obviously something that I'm worried about because she is over 10 years old. Yeah. Hey, baby. You know, you haven't calved yet. Yeah, she is notorious for milk fever, so I'm thinking we're going to give her a calcium pill now. And actually, because of her milk fever, her last couple calves, we've had to pull with basically no help from her. So anytime I touch her right now, she thinks I have her calf. So anyway, I think we're going to get a calcium pill in her, and then we'll be checking on her probably at least maybe every couple hours, maybe every hour. 'Cause I don't want anything to happen to her.
Yeah.
Nope, bring it over here so we can bed April. Ow, you ran into me. Now she can have her baby and some comfy bedding.
Where's the baby?
It's still inside her tummy.
Are you gonna poop it out?
What?
Are you gonna poop it out?
Is she gonna poop it out?
Yeah.
Alan came down to check on April, and she had calved. It's a heifer calf. You can see it's got like a yellow staining on it. Means that the calf was stressed out there during the calving process. But she looks good and lively. And we'll get April another calcium pill here now too. Nice little Ayrshire heifer calf. April got her calcium pill, and this little girl got a bottle of colostrum. So we'll just leave them be for a few hours, and I'll come back down and check on them both. So far they look like they're doing pretty good together. Here's April's heifer, almost 24 hours old. April's doing good. She got another calcium pill. Now we just need to come up with a name. Candy just had a little heifer calf. And even though she's all black, she's actually by a really good Holstein bull. What you doing?
Fixing the door. I should make new doors for it, but for now I'm just gonna fix these hinges.
Who broke it?
Probably you.
No, I think it was probably you.
No, actually it was the skid steer. That's way different.
No, that's operator error.
Everybody, Monday, November 30th. Today we got my cousin Jared coming over with his ASV, which that's, those of you who don't know, it's just a tracked skid steer, pretty much. He's got a big brush mower on the front. We got pasture over here. Oh, he's just pulling in now. I'm going to have him do some brush cutting on and clear out some of leave the trees, but clear the brush, this pasture between our driveways. We like to keep heifers in there over the winter, but this getting a little overrun, so that's what he's going to do. Alright, he's going to get that unchained. I got to run down and move this little feed wagon from in front of the barn, because the milk truck will be coming here in a little bit. I don't want to keep him blocked up, so get that moved while he's unchaining that, and then we'll get some brushing video. That thing's pretty, it's amazing what they can run through with that brush mower. I do have one that goes on the 3-point of the tractor, but when you get in more wooded area, because I want to leave the trees and that kind of stuff, it makes nice shelter for young stock in there, but just get rid of that brush. It's a lot nicer with that thing to move around in there. Get this moved out of the way.
Looks so much better.
I always thought that spot kind of where he's at there would be a nice spot for a little cabin or something. Got a few different odd projects to do today, odd jobs. I've got to run up and the big field roller that we got, the center section on it, I had gotten some cracks in the frame. We were using it this summer, so I took it up shop in town and had them do some welding on it. And they've had it done for a while, I just haven't gotten it. So I got to unload that corn head off the trailer, that parts one. And then I got to run up and get that, so that's out of their way in case we wind up getting some snow. I don't think we're supposed to for a while, but it's actually really nice, about 31 degrees today. So anyway, get that home. I'm feeding cows right now, so I can let them outside. I feed them with that little chopper box in the barn overnight, and then during the day I load silage and haylage in that feeder wagon and pull it out for them, let them eat out there. We had my cousin here the other day doing some brush mowing in this pasture here. I'll turn this around. Got a good start in here. I'd say probably got about close to a quarter of it done, but he I don't know if he jabbed a stick in the radiator on his ASV or what happened, but his radiator started leaking anyway, so once he gets that fixed he'll come back and finish. But we had to stop on that for a day, but yeah, really looking nice. Now I'm gonna go get the cows fed and let them out, and then get that corn head unloaded and go get that. And then I also have the haylage we've got in that bag. It's just about gone. So normally what I do is when I feed dry hay in the barn, they would get the dry hay like during the day, and then I give them the corn silage at night. What I'm going to try to do this year is chop the hay and mix it with the corn silage in that wagon. We'll see how it works. I don't know if it winds up being too much messing around. I probably will go back to the old way, but I'd like to try to keep it mixed so they get a more even diet. But I have a gas powered just a single bale bedding chopper, so I'm gonna try that. I could run them through the big chopper on the tractor, but then I gotta start the tractor all the time. I don't really have a good place. I could chop a bunch into a chopper box, but we'll see. I want to see how it's going to work first. But I'm going to pull this, see if I can get this little chopper running. Just have it over by the bag. I could run what I need for the day through it and load it up. So I guess we'll see how that works first, but kind of a trial and error thing right now. But anyway, we'll get cows done first here so I can get them out and go from there. I got to get that electronic ignition put in here. This thing should start way better than it does. I put a set of points in it the other day, or it's been a couple weeks ago now, I suppose, but it wouldn't start at all, and the pin that the points pivot on is all loose, so I know those points aren't working like they should, but so I'm just going to get that ordered and stick that in there. I've never put one in before, but I've heard they make a world of difference. But anyway, I'm going to let this thing warm up and get the moans and groans out of it, and go get the feeder wagon. I'm going to try to get this bedding chopper going here. I mentioned a little bit yesterday about trying to use that to chop some small squares to mix in with the corn silage. I don't know, we'll see how this works. If this winds up being a pain or I can't get it running, I can use one of the bigger choppers, see how that works. But anyway, we're going to try. I wanted to get it running anyway because I haven't used it for a couple years. So we're going to try to get that going. I didn't get to it yesterday. I did get that corn head unloaded, got the roller home, got that unloaded. Then I had to run some errands in town, so I didn't get much else done yesterday. But so anyway, we're going to try to get this going here now. I picked up some gas for it, and because it was out of gas. I did get my barn doors finished the other day. I do want to get new doors put on there, but for now, lumber is so high priced right now. What happened with those is I hooked them with the skid steer when we were cleaning barn, with skid loader, and knocked the hinges loose and stuff. So they're working pretty good for now, so they'll be all right for this winter. But anyway, we're gonna get going on this here.
That's an old gas tank. That's an old funnel.
Yep.
This gas.
I'm not going to put too much in there to start with, just in case I don't get it running. No sense to fill it up.
How do you even start this, Dad?
Well, we'll find out if we can even get it started first.
Because you know, ran this thing for a while.
Yeah, I used to use it in the barn, chop bedding with it for a while, but I don't know. I get really nervous about using these in the barn for a fire having a fire hazard. I had thought about putting an electric motor on here.
Like the wagon?
Yeah, but I hadn't got that done yet, and now that I'm chopping with the chopper upstairs again, that seems to work pretty good. But oh, we got a gas leak.
Where? Oop. Oopsie.
Well, I got looking in that tank, and it's kind of nasty in there, so I'm going to pull that tank off, and I got to put a new hose on it anyway, so we're going to pull that off, clean it out, and get that filter changed in the tank, or cleaned out anyway. Right, I got the tank pulled off here. That was pretty easy. Just two nuts and 2 bolts on the other side, and it lifted off of there. And then this, oops, I just dropped it here. Hang on a second. And then this is where the gas line hooks to here, and then this is the little screen that goes in the tank. And I should have probably, you know, I looked in the tank yesterday before I put the gas in. Let me turn this around. There before I put the gas in yesterday, it was kind of dark. I didn't think it really looked bad, so I wasn't too worried about it. It's been sitting in that shed, so I don't know where all the nastiness came from there, but with this new gas they make, it pulls in moisture like crazy. So anyway, what I'm going to do now, I got the gas dumped out. I got that off of there. I'm going to try to, I don't know, I might try to get a new one of these filter things, because that mesh in there is just tiny. And I've had some issues with this thing running before, so I kind of wonder if it wasn't just starving for gas, because there's not much surface area on them just these little white lines are the screens, and it's really fine. So I might try to get a new one of them, get a new hose, but I'm going to put some small stones or something in this tank and tumble it for a while and try to knock that rust out of there. I'm hoping it's not too bad, because this thing hasn't been terribly long since it's been used, but we'll see, I guess. Otherwise I might have to try a tank coating or something. But alright, I got that tank cleaned out good. It actually wasn't as bad as I thought. There was some rust in it, but there was a bunch of water in the bottom that was frozen. So I thawed that out, got that out of there. Tumbled them rocks around in there for a while. So that looks pretty clean now. But that old filter that I pulled out of the bottom, I tried cleaning it out. Wasn't really cleaning out very well. I called the parts store, went up there. They said they could get one tomorrow morning, so I just ordered one. Got a new fuel line, so that'll be on hold till tomorrow. So right now I got some water line projects I'm going to start working on in the barn. Getting close to chore time now, so I'm going to see if I can get the one done for now anyway. Alright, so we're in the barn here now. Couple water line projects. This one here I'm not going to work on today. I got another one in the back I'm going to work on, but I'll show you what my plans are here. This barn, I'm sure, like a lot of other ones, has gone through a lot of transformations in water line systems over the years, but you know, it used to be just rigid galvanized pipe, which is really prone to rusting. Then it went to this black, we kind of went away from the rigid pipe to this black plastic, and then your barbed fittings, which works okay. But the biggest problem you run into is still here. This barbed fitting screws into these water cups, and every cow's got a water cup. When they push on this paddle, they get water. They get rusty here, and pretty soon they rust out, which is actually what happened down here the other morning. My dad came in here, and of course this was spraying out of here. I don't know if you can see, but right in there they rust out, cracked, and it's spraying all over my bags of soybean meal. So that wasn't good. But so anyway, what I've been doing now is just switching everything over to PEX pipe. And so I want to do this whole row of stanchions. Those stalls up there I've already done, kind of just working along here. But anyway, this is going to be for another day. I'm just kind of showing you this. But eventually I want to get the whole barn converted over to PEX. You've got brass fittings, so you're not dealing with the rust. It's easy to crimp, easy to work with. So anyway, I'll show you what I'm working on now though in the back. Alright, we're in the back end of the barn here now. This is my water cups overhead for these stalls. Now in this corner here, I put in these freestall hoops. I got calves tied here right now, but this used to be a calving pen here. It didn't really work out very well. Wasn't really big enough. So anyway, I put these freestall hoops in, and what my plan was with these, or is, I've got a rail here with neck chains. So if we have extra cows, more than like if we have to switch a few cows, they can stay in here. They're not going out. They don't have to be housed outside, and maybe eventually run a pipeline over here. But anyway, so what I'm working on now, I've got this PEX running across the top. Yeah, I know it's red PEX. It's not hot water. It's just all they had was red when I got this, so that's why it's red. But And what I want to do, I've got that coming down to a water cup here. I want to continue over. I got to drop for one more water cup, and then I'm going to go over by the back door here and drop down with a hose bib so I can hook a water hose on. So right now what I'm going to do is just run over to the door so I can put the water hose on. I'm not going to do the water cup right now because I don't need it, but I can put that in later. But anyway, so that's what we're working on right now, because I'm watering cows out the back of the barn. Watering cows out the back of the barn, otherwise I got to run a hose from the front. It's kind of a pain, so this way I'll have water at the back door. So here's what I got. I just got a tubing cutter to cut it with. This is a crimper for the rings. I'll show you them. I don't know, there's different styles of rings. These are the ones I went with just because that's what they carry here in town. But I'm going to shut this off. I've got a valve here to isolate this section. And then I'm going to go over and drain the pressure off. Yeah, see, these are the rings I use here. Like I said, there's a few different kinds, but they carry these in town, and they seem to work good. I haven't had any trouble, so I've got to pull off. I've got that short piece there with a plug in the end, so I got to unhook that clamp and then add on. I'll just start from there. All right, I'll try to do this so you can kind of see what I'm doing. It might be hard to not block it, but I'm going to pop this plug off first. Alright, got that off. Now we'll just put the full piece up here. Alright, and that one's sealed up. Alright, a little change of plan here. I am going to put a T in for the water cup. I'm not going to hook a water cup up now. I'll just cap it off, but I forgot to get a union to hook two together to get me to the corner, so I'm just going to use the T for that for now. So we'll cut that off and put that in. What? Okay, hang on. Hang on. Alright, that's capped. Okay, I got this other full length piece, but I put an elbow on the end of it. I'll just run that to the corner and then I can cut it off. I could measure it too, but I think this is just as easy. Alright, got that in. Now I just gotta come down and then put my valve in over here.
What is that?
It's a crimp. Alright, well there, got that plumbed in. Like I said, I didn't run down to the water cup yet, but I can do that later. I gotta get some more holders. I didn't have enough. Put in some of them spots, because even like here I didn't have any in the old line, and it's getting a sag to it a little bit, but I'll pick up some of them maybe tomorrow or that. But now we can put our hose on. I don't know, I put this in so this has to turn up to turn on. My thinking there, I don't know if that's how they're supposed to be or what, but that way if this starts getting worn and getting a little loose, it's not going to fall on. It, you know, like gravity will keep it shut off. Because I have had these ball valves, after they get used a while, they get kind of sloppy and they will fall down and leak. So that's why I put it in that way. I don't know if that's how they're supposed to be, but that's the way I did that one. But anyway, so now we can run the hose right out the back door. I will have to see, being I am so close to the door here, about if it's going to freeze or not. That might be one issue, but I can insulate this, and I usually insulate this back door a little bit more once it gets colder out. But so I guess we'll see that as the time comes. If I have to, if it is giving me a lot of freezing issues, I can trim it back and move it back away from the door further. But for right now, we'll see how it works. We got it hooked up. And the water's flowing. Jessica's over there filling the tank. Don't dump it on the ground.
I gave you a kiss, Dad.
I think you are the worrying dog.
That was fun.
Go give Jessica a kiss.
That was
He's got it running down his chin. Ew.
Hang on.
He's addicted to eggnog.